Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Max and Jirby. We are back in Lockhart. Today we're going to be cooking on this Presidio fire pit. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm so excited to cook on this. Tell them what we're going to be doing.
Today we're going to be doing a mussel dish. It's going to be cooked in a Dutch oven right on the grill here. You see we have multiple different cooking surfaces at different levels. Gives you a lot more control while you're cooking, different heat ranges. And a dish like this that's very easy to go too far on the heat. It's really nice to be able to just have that control at your disposal at all times. Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, let's get into this. What are we starting with?
All right, today we're gonna kind of break down our mussel dish. It's gonna have a lot of really big flavors. We're gonna start with some Spanish chorizo, a ton of garlic, shallots, and then we're gonna finish with a lot of fennel as well.
Where did you get this Spanish chorizo?
I got it at a grocery store in Austin. It's pretty common. It's a already cooked chorizo. It's kind of similar to salami. It's pretty firm. You can eat it raw, but it's also really nice cooked.
Okay, nice. That's what's up. And tell me a little bit about the fennel.
Fennel is one of my favorite things to cook with. It's got really awesome flavor, really great crunch. It's got kind of that licorice, anise flavor that just really elevates so many dishes.
Nice.
I'm really into fennel.
Nice, that's what's up. And what is mussels?
Mussels.
I really don't know.
Mussels are one of my favorite shellfish. They're really easy to cook. A lot of shellfish they kind of don't want to open sometimes. Mussels are really easy to find fresh at the store. They're almost exclusively farm raised, so it's a really sustainable seafood to eat, and just really easy to get into. It's really nice, and it goes with a lot of different things.
Well, that's what's up. Let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty, y'all. We've got our pit all heated up, and that's pretty much it. What else are we doing?
We've got the fire ready. Our Dutch oven is preheated, so we're gonna start throwing stuff in there. Let's go. All right, our Dutch oven is preheated. We're gonna start with just a little bit of oil in the bottom. We're gonna go in with our Spanish chorizo.
Nice.
We're gonna start to render some of this fat out, get a little bit of color on the chorizo. And like we were talking about earlier, this right now it looks like it's maybe a little bit too hot. So we have a cooler zone over here, so we can just pull it right over here, and we have a lot more control on what we're doing. But for how fast we're going on this, I think it's going to be okay if we bring it back to the hot side.
Thicker metal.
Yeah,
it just doesn't have the holes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's less of that direct contact with those coals.
Nice.
All right. At this point, we're gonna, now that we've had a little bit of that chorizo fat render out, we're gonna go ahead and reserve a little bit of that grease in a dish on the side here. So this awesome butter pat Dutch oven has these great pour spouts, so we're able to literally just take it, do a dump straight into this bowl over here, and then just keep cooking.
Nice.
All right, the next thing we're gonna add is a ton of sliced garlic and sliced shallot straight in.
Keep stirring it up. All right, I got it. This dish seems pretty simple, right? Like it's fairly easy.
Definitely, it's really a one-pot meal, but it's got a lot of really elevated flavors. This is a really great dish if you're kind of trying to impress someone on maybe a date night or first time cooking for someone. This is one of my absolute favorite things. I think pork fat and shellfish are one of the best combinations in life.
Nice.
And so really, we're just gonna kind of sweat these vegetables with the chorizo for a little bit longer till everything is really fragrant and the shallots get a little bit more translucent. It takes a little bit of the kind of spiciness of the shallots out of it. And yeah, that's gonna take just maybe another minute or two. It's because of how thin everything's cut, it's gonna happen pretty fast.
What temp do you think this is at right now?
Oh
like,
man.
And what are you looking for as far as coals?
I really want it to be a nice, like if I was on a burner, a gas burner right now, I would want it set kind of at medium high. I don't want this to be a ripping hot flame where we're starting to scorch stuff right off the bat. I really want this to be something where we're able to cook the fat out of the chorizo, actually sweat the onions and the shallots and garlic, and I don't want really any color on any of this. This is all just supposed to kind of soften it and make it not as sharp tasting.
Yeah, because it sounded like it's cooking pretty chill. Like cooking like perfect.
Yep.
Like, so I was just wondering, like, where are we at? Where are we at?
That's a really good question, because if you throw something in and you immediately start to see color on it, that's a sign that your fire is almost absolutely too hot. We are going to be adding a lot more liquid to this pan, so if you have a little bit of color on something or something sticks to the bottom, totally cool. We're gonna be adding a significant amount of liquid right into this pot. I'm going to go ahead and go in with our next ingredient, some fresh fennel that we sliced really thin. This is one of my favorite things to pair with mussels. It's got a really nice kind of anise flavor, kind of that licorice. Really elevates a dish and gives it a nice just complexity to it. I'm a really big fan of fresh fennel, especially with seafood.
Why do you add it a little bit later?
I want it to be less cooked than the other stuff. I would still in the end like there to be a small amount of texture in the fennel, and really you'd be able to distinguish it from the other ingredients. I'm gonna do that, and that's good on the fennel.
And you just keep stirring like this?
Yeah, just keep going, because we are cooking at
I'm not stirring it too much.
No, not at all. This is like I said, this dish has a lot of really complex flavors, but the actual cooking method of it could not be more straightforward. This is a really classic, just one pot dish. Everything's going in, and it's all meant to kind of be melded together. So mixing it really thoroughly is definitely not an issue. All right, yeah, maybe another 20 seconds on that, and then we're gonna go ahead and go in with our white wine.
How do you know?
I really want to make sure the fennel is not getting soft, where you can still see it's still kind of holding its own shape. It's not getting droopy yet. It's still definitely going to have a little bit of crunch in the center. Because we are still going to cook it for a little bit longer. So by the time it's done cooking, I'm not expecting it to be crunchy still. But like I said, I really want it to still be distinguishable as its own ingredient, and still be able to add that texture and kind of different layer to the dish.
I see.
All right, now we're going to go in with a crazy amount of white wine, and I mean literally just don't be afraid. Almost a little bit more than half the bottle, and you really want everything to be pretty submerged in the white wine, and we're gonna let that come back up to a boil. I'd like it to reduce by about 25%, and then we're ready to move on to the next step.
So this has been cooking for how long, you think?
I would say we've let this boil for just about 10 minutes. You can see the wine is reduced a good amount. That's going to get rid of a lot of the just kind of bitter, like raw alcohol taste. It makes it a lot sweeter, just makes it a lot more palatable to be a part of the dish and a part of the sauce. Nice. So I think we're ready to add in our mussels.
Alrighty.
These are the mussels. So we're just going to pretty much just start adding them until we cannot not fit anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that they're not like in the sauce or whatever?
No, because our goal here is really to steam the mussels. So as long as there's liquid in the pan, and the other thing too, these mussels are going to release quite a bit of their own liquid, and that's going to really add a lot of sweetness to this dish as well.
Nice, that's all full.
That's a perfect amount. We can still see there's plenty of liquid on the bottom of the pot, so, and already you see these guys are starting to open a little bit, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cover these and let them roll for a few minutes until they all are open.
So what do we got going on here?
All right, we have our chorizo fat that we saved from from when we were cooking it in the pan. We're gonna go ahead and brush a little bit of that on this sourdough bread, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw it on the grill. The whole thing, dunk the brush in, and just, I want the bread to have a kind of like crazy red color from that chorizo fat.
Nice. That's awesome.
Perfect.
That's looking good?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Perfect, yeah. Beautiful.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, yeah, we're gonna go straight on the grill with these guys.
Alrighty.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw this bread, the grease side down, right on the grill grate. And this is going to happen really quickly. This is a pretty hot grill, so definitely not something you want to walk away from.
So how long do you think it's going to take?
I would say no more than 30 seconds on each side. And definitely, you know, if 30 seconds goes by and there's not good color on it, keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say this is going to happen, especially with the added fat that we're putting on here. It's going to go really, really quickly.
Yeah. Done. The mussels have been cooking for how long?
I would say in total, from start to finish, this is about a 15 to 20 minute dish. The actual mussels themselves have only probably been cooking for 5 to 7 minutes.
You think they're all done?
Yep, let's check. A good way to know is if they're open, they're cooked. You don't want to cook them for too long because they will get kind of tough, but as long as the mussel has opened up, it's totally safe to eat, and it's going to have released all of that awesome natural juice that's inside of them. So let's take a look. Oh wow, awesome. See, all of them are open. I can hear that there's still liquid in the pan. I don't smell any burning. There's no smoke coming out of it. We can do a little tilt on the pan and see there's a lot more liquid in here than we started with, which is a good sign that we have a lot of that mussel juice still retained in there. So this is looking really good. I think we're almost all done here. We're gonna add a nice healthy chunk of room temperature butter. Having it be room temperature just helps it all melt a lot faster. We'll get that. I'll pop this lid back on for another 30 seconds to a minute, let that kind of become part of the sauce, and then we're done. All right, our mussels are all done now. We're gonna plate them as if we were planning on serving a large group of people. So we're gonna show you how we do that. And we're gonna go ahead and just dump these mussels directly in here.
I'm gonna guide these out, right? There's all the good stuff. Wow. Okay. Wow.
All right, and really the only other things on here, totally optional. I'm a real big fan of fresh herbs to finish off a dish. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a nice big pinch of parsley, just totally rain it down on top. And then I really love the combination of fresh tarragon and fennel. That's a really underutilized combination of flavors, and they have a lot of really complementary things that go together, and I think that's a really, really nice thing to put in here. So like, just go crazy with the fresh herbs, and then we're gonna take this awesome charred bread and just kind of just position it around.
Yeah, you get in the juice.
Yeah, you want to make sure there's a little bit in the juice, but the goal is kind of, as people come and serve themselves mussels, they really want to be able to get some of that juice on the bread. And all right, that's mussels with Spanish chorizo and fennel. Would you like a mussel?
Yeah. So what am I doing as far as eating it? Like, how do I
I'm gonna say, because we're friends, we're here sitting eating. I want to do it with our hands. No need to get silverware out. I would take a mussel, get a little bit of the Spanish chorizo fennel mixture, and we'll just skip the bread for now. Just go straight ahead. And
hold on. Oh, I need that fennel.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
All right. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
That's really good. That's awesome.